in the ISUPK is showing in real time to be true.
Right.
That even outside of the truth and even outside of the historical knowledge that we know as Israelites, that it's evident that there's just too much of a cultural gap between so-called African Americans, so-called people from the West Indies, that is too large to make up for what's going on in Africa. Like we think we can just go back to Ghana and make up for this 500-year gap in cultural differences that's been going on between whenever we're in a country like Ghana or West Africa and where we at right now in the United States. We think we just hop back 500 years late and just be accepted. Just logically without the whole Israelite thing. That makes no sense. It's like a white man in the United States going back to Germany or Russia is probably better. Russia, and just expecting to be accepted when his people have been in the United States since the 1700s.
Mm-hmm.
That alone is like ridiculous. That he would think that he would be accepted, regardless of his lineage, that he would be accepted in Russia. Why do you think, as an African American, that you can just go back to Ghana and they won't treat you just like a nigga in Ghana? Why does that make any logical sense? It's because you've been sold a fantasy about Africa. You've been sold Wakanda and Zamunda, and waking up in the morning and riding a camel and riding a zebra to work, and it's not real. It's not an actual real thing that is happening. What's really happening is those people over there are very different than we are, because at the very least, there's been hundreds of years of a cultural gap between us and them, and you can't make it up just by getting a passport and going over there, by getting citizenship over there. You can't. It's impossible. What Black people in America have to do is to figure out how can we fix ourselves instead of running to another country that's gonna some third world country that's gonna somehow fix our problems and make us better people. How? I don't know. When they killing each other like they kill each other here, while they poor or like we're poor here. I don't know how we're gonna go there and go become better. But instead of we're gonna run to West Africa and become, who we truly are supposed to be as African people. How about we try to figure out how we can fix each other here? These brothers and sisters that you've been sitting here dying with for hundreds of years, how can we improve on our lives here instead of running to another continent to try to, come to find Wakanda, which will fix all our problems. Find Zamunda, which will make us truly Africans and truly Black people how we're supposed to be. It's just a fantasy. It's a romanticized view of the continent. When I say the continent, I'm talking about Africa.
Right.
The reality is that we are so far removed from their culture that why are we even thinking about trying to go back to it? Why don't we just try to find a way to fix ourselves right now here in this country?
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Right.